Today on Investigate TV Plus, sold-out games, record-breaking viewership, and major expansions, women's sports aren't just having their moment, it's also a movement.
I'm so happy that women's soccer is finally getting the recognition it deserves.
We examine how a major investment helped one team secure a home field advantage and its impact on the next generation of athletes.
And be able to celebrate soccer and not have to celebrate it in a man's space is pretty amazing.
Plus, some college enrollees aren't after degrees.
Especially in online learning environments, you can sometimes have 90% of a class and they're not real students.
We explore a phenomenon law enforcement calls ghost students and reveal how they con institutions out of money.
Then, hidden gems transformed into crafty creations.
There's not been any found anywhere else.
We take you to where precious stones come from ancient fossils.
In-depth stories that inform and inspire. You're watching Investigate TV Plus.
From the hardwood to the pitch to the greens, women's sports are having their moment in the spotlight. I'm Lee Zurich.
And I'm Tisha Powell. During its 2025 season, the Women's National Basketball Association broke its single-season attendance record.
Stars such as Asia Wilson, Caitlin Clark, and Cameron Brink, who was drafted just after Clark in 2024, are fueling interest.
The veterans before us have been paving the way for so long, and so I keep saying better late than never. We're just thankful for all the love and support, and we just hope it continues.
Along with the WNBA's skyrocketing numbers, women's sports from volleyball to soccer are also seeing growth,
including a rising current in Kansas City, Missouri that's driving investment in women's sports.
In 2024, the Kansas City Current became the very first women's soccer team in the world to get their own stadium built for them.
Reporter Kristen Crowley takes us there and shows us how the team's impact stretches across the country.
How about the Chiefs?
In the sports world, Kansas City is synonymous with the Chiefs. But arguably, the hottest ticket in sports here is for another kind of football.
We've been sold out since we have opened.
Every game.
Every game.
The Current, Kansas City's women's professional soccer team.
I go to almost every game.
I'm so happy that women's soccer is finally getting the recognition it deserves.
The Current has fierce fandom.
Go Current, go Michelle Cooper. I hope she's playing today. She's my favorite.
With onlookers coming from near and far.
We're from Joplin.
And really far.
I'm from Seattle.
We've had folks from Denver, Dallas, Wichita, Topeka.
Kansas City Current President Raven Jemison says part of what brings these fans here is that there's nothing like this anywhere else in the country. In fact, there's nothing like this in the world. This is the first ever professional soccer stadium built for women.
And be able to celebrate soccer and not have to celebrate it in a man's space is pretty amazing.
It's cool because it's only for girls.
How does it feel sitting in this stadium?
Nothing like it.
To show us what makes this place so special,
I really like this one. This is one of my favorites.
Raven gives us a tour of the $140 million investment.
I wanted to call attention to the south stands. They're loud the entire game, which is awesome. You can sit anywhere and have a great view.
It's a far cry from where the Current came from.
There was a high school stadium the first year of the Kansas City Current where the name didn't actually exist. It was on a baseball field.
General Manager Caitlin Carducci says by 2023, the team upgraded and did what many women's sports teams do, shared a stadium. They played at Children's Mercy Park, home to the men's pro soccer team, Sporting KC. No one understood the struggle more than the players.
You almost feel like you're going into someone else's home, even though it is your home as well.
When the 2023 season ended,
that year we finished second to last.
8 wins, 2 draws, 12 losses. Then came 2024, their first in their new stadium, CPKC.
Do you think there were people that doubted that at this new stadium, you guys would fill those seats?
Oh, for sure.
Opening day sold out. The pressure was on.
What happened in that first game?
It was a great game. Vanessa DiBernardo scored the first goal. And, you know, it just was electric in there. I think all of us were just kind of like a sigh of relief when that ball hit the back of the net because
we wanted to be the first team to score there.
The success story continued. By the end of the 2024 season, they doubled their win total to 16 and slashed their losses to only 3, finishing 4th overall. Now in their 2025 season, they sit at the top of the league.
You feel like there's 100,000 fans there. Everyone's so into the game. You feel the community around you.
Is it coincidence that the Kansas City Current is the best team in the league right now, having their own purpose-built stadium?
I will say it is skill, and it is a great coaching staff and a great GM who can put a great team together.
You're saying it's the investment.
It is 100% the all-around investment.
There's that saying, it takes money to make money. There was a lot of investment in here. Is it paying off?
Yes. It is peak Field of Dreams. Like, they built it and the people are coming.
Not only has every home game sold out, there's a waiting list for season tickets. On game days, Kansas City illuminates in teal lights, the official team colors. And in 2024, the team generated more than $36 million in revenue, the highest in the National Women's Soccer League. And other teams have taken notice.
Other teams are starting to want to build their own stadiums and their own facilities and things like that, so we're just making the standards where they should be for women's sports.
Denver got its own pro women's soccer franchise in 2025, which announced it's building its own stadium too. In 2023, Boston also got its own women's soccer team and is now investing a multi-million-dollar renovation to White Stadium, where the team will play. And Raven says it doesn't end there.
We have many conversations with people who are considering this and doing the due diligence to build their own stadium.
Do you think women's soccer has changed since this stadium was built?
Yes. I think it has shown everyone that if you invest in this league, if you invest in these players, if you invest in these clubs, that you will see the benefit of it.
In their eyes, the Current has created the blueprint, or maybe the teal print, for success.
This is like what professional sports are supposed to feel like.
Okay, I have to know, how do you get tickets to the Current? Because I think that's the next thing I want to do is go to one of those games.
I think you're going to have to know someone,
yes.
Right?
Get on the waiting list.
I know. I say both of us have 2 daughters, and
Yeah.
It's nice to see, women's sports getting that type of notoriety, and it's working. It shows you if you invest, it can work and will work.
It's exciting.
Yes, it is. What also makes the Current Stadium special, there were 0 taxpayer dollars used to fund it.
The money all came from ownership, business leaders, Chris and Angie Long, and a familiar face in the sports world, Patrick and Brittany Mahomes.
Still ahead, as pro athletes become sources of inspiration for the next generation, we found one sport is seeing a spike among teen girls.
Volleyball is my top priority.
We examine its rise in popularity across the country.
But first, so-called ghost students enroll in college to defraud financial aid.
There's no limits to what students will try to submit to pass off as official documentation for our staff.
We reveal the con haunting some colleges and one potential solution to ward off the costly crime.
You can watch Investigate TV Plus anytime online. Just subscribe to our YouTube channel at Investigate TV. You can catch stories and full episodes.
College is a major investment. To pay for it, many turn to federal student aid.
The free application for federal student aid, or FAFSA, is the primary way students can access federal and state money for help covering tuition, fees, and living expenses. During the 2023-24 school year, undergraduate students received an average $16,000 in financial aid. Of that, more than $11,000 came in the form of grants and about $4,000 in federal loans.
But some colleges and universities are finding some getting financial aid aren't even students at all.
Law enforcement have named this phenomenon ghost students. Reporter Carice Jackman explains how schools are tracking them down.
In New Haven, Connecticut, a new semester is well underway at CT State Community College. For sophomore Abby O'Connell, getting into CT State was easy.
I just applied and they accepted me.
And that's the point of community college. CT State's own website says its goal is to make education accessible. And now the Vice President of Recruitment, Admissions, and Community Outreach says scammers are trying to exploit that accessibility.
Our team has gotten really great at being investigators to really figure out who's a real student and who is a ghost student.
What exactly are ghost students?
So ghost students are students that don't exist.
Jason Williams is the Assistant Inspector General for Investigations at the U.S. Department of Education's Office of Inspector General. He says fraudsters will complete an online application to a college or university using aliases or stolen identities, enrolling in classes once accepted. In the most serious cases, the scammer behind the ghost student will apply for and receive thousands of dollars in financial aid.
And so a lot of times what we see, especially in online learning environments, you can sometimes have 90% of a class and they're not real students.
Tamika Davis says during the 2024 to 2025 school year, her office flagged 160 applicants as ghost students, but didn't want to go into detail about how.
There's no limits to what students will try to submit to pass off as official documentation for our staff.
As for Abby, she says an in-person interaction made her financial aid application a breeze.
There was a problem with my friend's FAFSA, so we just came here.
Davis says in a post-pandemic world, face-to-face opportunities like this are a key in warding off the ghost.
Making that person-to-person connection with students to help provide them with more guidance through the process, and also to help our staff really evaluate, is this a real student or is it a ghost student?
We asked Davis whether any ghost students were able to access state or federal funding.
She says it was a limited number, but did not provide specifics.
In June 2025, the U.S. Department of Education took action to protect students from identity fraud. There's now a requirement during the application process for students to show a government-issued photo ID to a school official either in person or over live video conference, and the university must keep a copy of it on hand.
One case involving dozens of ghost students happened in Maryland. According to the Office of Inspector General, a former university financial aid advisor was sentenced to 4 years in prison after pleading guilty to a decade-long fraud scheme.
Where this individual, over 10 years, he had this huge scheme. He was pretending to be over 60 people. And he was one of those ones where people actually got, degrees out of this scheme. And, that some were willing participants, other ones were just stolen identities. And the person also happened to be a federal employee on top of it. We're looking at these things. A lot of times it's not usually a singular event. If one identity is being used or if one ghost student exists, there are many.
The judge also ordered him to pay back more than $5 million, the total outstanding balance on federal student loans he fraudulently took out for himself and others as part of the scheme. Williams says if you suspect ghost students, report it to your school and the U.S. Department of Education's Office of Inspector General.
Still ahead, among dead trees, you can find a true treasure.
It may be gem quality. You don't know that for sure until you first cut it.
We introduce you to one man who turns precious gemstones into works of art.
But first, when it comes to high school sports, some swap scoring threes for setting spikes.
Yeah, my best friend, she played basketball, and then she quit to play volleyball.
We examine why one sport is seeing success among girls while another gets sidelined.
You can watch Investigate TV Plus anytime streaming online. Get the app for Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and Apple TV. It's free to download. Girls volleyball is seeing a spike. Data from the National Federation of High School Sports shows a steady increase in participation in high school volleyball programs over the last 15 years, with nearly 500,000 girls on the courts in 2025.
However, we found in some parts of the country fewer girls are hitting a different kind of court: basketball.
Reporter Ezra Kaplan takes us to one school near Portland, Oregon to find out why.
Bump, set, spike. High school senior Madeline Andrew is serving success.
Volleyball is my top priority.
She's been playing since she was 5 years old and is headed to Michigan State University on a full-ride scholarship.
Going to college, yes, obviously it's about school, but I always wanted to play volleyball. That was my biggest goal ever.
Nationwide, more girls are picking up a volleyball, 25% more in the past 2 decades. But basketball, it's down by a third. And that's a trend Oregon is seeing too. The split really picked up in the 2018-2019 school year.
Do you have friends that play basketball as well?
Yeah, my best friend, she played basketball, and then she quit to play volleyball.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
She didn't enjoy it as much.
And stories like that worry Coach Corey Landolt.
I'm really nervous about our numbers for basketball again this year. It's not consistent.
Some years, turnout has been so low, they couldn't even fill the usual 3 teams.
What do you think the likelihood is that you'll still have another 3 teams this year?
I would say I'm about a 55% sure that I'm going to. So
all right.
I'm hiring a coach for it and hoping that we have the kids that show up.
Even with Caitlin Clark's national spotlight and a new WNBA team in Portland, Oregon high school basketball is still lagging.
Maybe we just haven't quite caught up to it yet. I know we have a lot of little kids in our community that all of a sudden are really excited about basketball, but they're like, second, third, fourth, fifth graders.
She hopes that the new interest will lead to more clubs and more opportunities to play outside of school. That's what Coach Lisa McBee says has fueled the growth of volleyball.
There's more opportunity. There's more opportunity to play. There's more opportunity to develop skills.
Skills that go far beyond the edges of the court.
What's really exciting is to watch what happens in between those points. And those are those growth moments.
And whether it's with a slam dunk or an ace, the coaches say the real win is keeping girls in the game.
Both sports have such fun components to them, and being a part of a team in both volleyball and basketball could provide some excellent memories and growth and development as a person.
According to national data, fewer girls across the country are signing up for high school basketball. Data shows over the last 10 years, 73,000 fewer girls participated in high school basketball. A 2025 survey from the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union reveals some reasons among athletes. The top responses: conflicts with club volleyball, basketball's difficulty, and other sports or activities interfering with the season.
But make no mistake, women's basketball is having its heyday. In addition to record attendance we talked about earlier in the show, by 2030, the WNBA will expand to 18 teams, bringing women's pro basketball to Cleveland, Detroit, and Philadelphia. The W also announced in 2026 the Portland Fire will return to the city for the first time in 24 years. Days after making the announcement, the team said it received more than 12,000 season ticket deposits.
Still ahead, from jewelry to wine stoppers, one artist's creations come from true hidden gems.
There's no place you can just go dig publicly and find the stuff.
We take you to a part of the country where you'll find precious stones among forests of fossils.
Our in-depth coverage continues. You can get connected to Investigate TV Plus on all social media platforms. Louisiana may be known for its bayous, but among its acres of petrified trees millions of years old, you'll find some hidden gems.
Reporter Dave McNamara shows us how one collector is also unearthing a precious, one-of-a-kind stone.
Rick Schermerhorn can spend hours slicing and shaping pieces of rocks. When he's finished, those rocks turn into shiny gemstones that become jewelry, wine bottle stoppers, and even bookmarks. The process starts with a big piece of petrified palm wood.
It will automatically feed this piece of palm wood into that saw blade. 30 minutes, that piece of rock will be cut.
30 million years ago, central Louisiana was a coastal marsh. Volcanoes in New Mexico and West Texas sent a cloud of ash eastward and buried the coastal vegetation.
Palm trees got covered up with this volcanic ash, and over millions of years of water seeping through the volcanic ash gives this petrified palm wood all the different colors that you see, because volcanic ash is nothing but burnt rock.
When most people thinking about rock hounding and finding gemstones, Louisiana's probably not at the top of the list of where they're going to go.
That's absolutely true. And they're wrong, though, because west central Louisiana and east Texas has this Louisiana petrified palmwood. And it also has Louisiana opal in Sabine and Vernon parishes, Louisiana.
Schermerhorn has been collecting chunks of petrified palmwood for years. It's rough on the outside, but can be beautiful on the inside.
You have to cut it and see what it looks like. It may be gem quality. You don't know that for sure until you first cut it.
In addition to the petrified palmwood, Schermerhorn also collects Louisiana opal that was likely created by the same volcanic activity.
The Louisiana opal with the fire in it only comes from Vernon Parish or Sabine Parish, Louisiana. There's not been any found anywhere else.
If someone says, hey, I'd like to go find some of this petrified palmwood or Louisiana sand opal, can they do it?
There's no place you can just go dig publicly and find the stuff. You can pick it up along lake shores and creek beds. It's not like you just go there and just find a whole bunch of it. You have to search really hard for it.
Schermerhorn sells his handmade gemstone creations at craft shows, but he also likes to pass out printed information and even hands out small gemstones to kids. For him, it's about spreading some of this state's ancient geological history that has created unique Louisiana treasures.
And that's it for us on Investigate TV Plus. I'm Lee Zurich.
And I'm T. Chappelle. Thanks for watching.
On the next Investigate TV Plus, homeowners on the hook for expensive appliance repairs despite paying for a home warranty policy.
It's a really weird kind of Wild Wild West kind of arena because it's not technically insurance, it's not heavily regulated, and it's a David and Goliath scenario.
We uncover how the fine print can be used to deny claims and the questions that could save you money on home repairs.